Namaste, welcome to the lecture series on the subject Basic Thermodynamics. This is Module 2, Part 2, First Law of Thermodynamics, and this is the last lecture of this Module 2. It is lecture number 14. Myself, Dr. N. Satish Kumar, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Penjanapada. So today in this lecture, I'll solve few more problems on steady flow energy equation, and then let us conclude the module 2. Okay. So this problem: air flows steadily at the rate of 0.4 kg per second through an air compressor entering at 6 meter per second with a pressure of 1 bar and a specific volume of 0.85 meter cube per kg, and leaving at 4.5 meter per second with a pressure of 6.9 bar and a specific volume of 0.16 meter cube per kg. The internal energy of air leaving is 88 kilojoules per kg, greater than that of the air entering. Cooling water in a jacket surrounding the cylinder absorbs heat from the air at the rate of 59 kilojoules per second. Calculate the power required to drive the compressor and the inlet and outlet pipe cross-sectional areas. Okay, very interesting problem. So it is compressor, and here the mass flow rate is given, that is 0.4 kg per second, and all this data you can note down. Velocity, pressure is given in bar, then specific volume V1, then and at exit V2, and pressure 6.9, specific volume is given. Okay, now coming to this part, the internal energy of air leaving is 88 kilojoules per kg, greater than that of the air entering. So internal energy of air leaving is greater, that means U2 minus U1 is 88. Very important, small U2 minus small U1. Okay, cooling water in a jacket surrounding the cylinder absorbs, compressor is there, compressor cylinder is there, so it is covered by a cooling water jacket. It absorbs, water absorbs 59 kilojoules per second of heat. Okay, so here this is also given in kilojoules per second. So this is Q dot, and it should be negative because it is rejected to the water. Now you are supposed to calculate the power and also the area at the inlet and the outlet. Very easy problem. Okay. Okay, m dot V1 P1. So P1, since it is given in bar, so you have to convert that into Pascal, also the P2. Okay, then V1 V2 as it is, small v1 small v2 is also as it is. So delta U is given, Q is minus 59, W dot you have to find out. Directly use the steady flow energy equation in the rate form, that is per unit time basis. Let us find out the delta PV first. So delta PV is nothing but P2 V2 P2 V2 small v2, okay, minus P1 V1. So don't get confused with the velocity term. Okay, this is a specific volume term, so don't get confused with that. So delta PV, delta U is given, so you can find out delta H. Delta H is delta of U plus PV, so you get it as 113.4 kilojoules per kg. Now steady flow energy equation on time basis, already you know. Delta K, you know how to find out. Delta P is 0, no mention. Substitute, so you'll get W dot is equal to minus 1044 kilowatt. You see here, you should get the negative answer because it is a compressor. Compressor is a work absorbing device, all of you know. So there no way you can get the positive answer here because work is done on the system, okay, on the compressor. So that is the basics you should know. Then write a line why it is negative. Okay. Now to find out the inlet and outlet area, so I told you to use the continuity equation. M1 m dot is equal to rho 1 A1 V1 is equal to rho 2 A2 V2, or you can also write as 1 by V1 A1 V1 is equal to 1 by A2 V2 or A2 V2. Okay. and simplify, okay, because m dot is given, so directly you can find out A1 and directly you can find out A2. So it's very easy, okay, once you know the basic concept, if you understand the basic concept, very easily you can solve these problems, okay. Let us solve this problem. At the inlet to a certain nozzle, the enthalpy of the fluid is 3025 kilojoules per kg and the velocity is 60 meter per second. At the exit from the nozzle, the enthalpy is 2790 kilojoules per kg. The nozzle is horizontal and there is negligible heat loss from it. Find the velocity at the exit, nozzle exit. If the inlet area is 0.1 meter square and the specific volume at inlet is 0.19 meter cube per kg, find the rate of flow of fluid. Number 3, if the specific volume at the nozzle exit is 0.5 meter cube per kg, find the exit area of the nozzle. Okay, very basic questions I asked. So let us understand the question first. So this is a nozzle problem. So enthalpy has to be given, or U plus PV method also you can find out. Velocity given, enthalpy at the exit is given, the nozzle is horizontal, is very important. So delta PE is equal to 0. There is negligible heat loss, so Q dot is equal to 0. Now number 1, find the velocity. V2 you would find out, because nozzle problems mainly you will be asked to find out the exit velocity, capital V2. Number 2 question, if the inlet area, that is capital A1 is 0.1 meter square and the specific volume is 0.19 meter cube per kg, mass flow rate you have to find out. So this problem mass flow rate is not given, okay, so that you have to find out. So finally the third question, specific volume at the exit is given, so find the exit area. So I hope all of you can solve this problem directly, okay. Okay, solution. So this is given H1 V1 H2 Z2 is equal to Z1 and Q is equal to 0. So let us take the SFE in the kilojoules per kg basis. Q minus W is equal to delta H plus delta K plus delta PE. So for nozzle, as all of you studied in the theory part, Q is equal to 0, W is equal to 0 and delta PE is equal to 0. So delta H becomes equal to minus delta KE. So delta H is equal to minus delta KE. So delta H is equal to minus delta K, so that is why I have written V1 square minus V2 square. So delta H is nothing but H2 minus H1. So H2 minus H1 is equal to V1 square minus V2 square by 2000. So 2000 into H2 minus H1 is equal to V1 square minus V2 square, and V2 is nothing but square root of V1 square minus 2000 into H2 minus H1. And after substitution you get it as 688.2 meter per second. So I request all of you to cross verify the answers, okay, calculation if there is any error, but the method is correct, okay, the procedure is proper. Move to the next slide. Here number 2, m dot usual continuity equation, okay, so you have to find out mass flow rate rho 1 A1 V1, which is nothing but 1 by V1 into A1 V1. Substitute, you will get as 31.6 kg per second. And number 3, you have to find out A2, okay, so 1 by V2 into A2 V2, so only A2 is unknown, so find out A2 also, which is 0.0229 meter square, okay. Okay, now we solve this problem. A centrifugal air compressor used in gas turbine receives air at 100 kilopascal and 300 Kelvin, and it discharges air at 400 kilopascal and 500 Kelvin. The velocity of air leaving the compressor is 100 meter per second. Neglecting the velocity at the entry of the compressor, determine the power required to drive the compressor. If the mass flow rate is 15 kg per second, take Cp of air is equal to 1 kilojoules per kg per Kelvin and assume that there is no heat transfer from the compressor to the surroundings. So once again a problem on centrifugal compressor, not reciprocating compressor. So here it is used in a gas turbine, okay, it receives air at 100 kilopascal. So pressure of air is given, temperature is given, discharge pressure and temperature is given. velocity of air leaving V2 is given, neglecting the velocity at the entry V1 is 0. You see, you have to understand every sentence here. So power you have to calculate required to drive the compressor. Mass flow rate is 15 kg per second. Cp is given. So you will come to know later why Cp is given. Assume that there is no heat transfer from the compressor to the surroundings. Q is equal to 0. Okay. So P1, T1, P2, T2, V2, W have to find out, M dot is given, Cp is given, Q is equal to 0. So this is a list of the given data. Now steady flow energy equation, let us use it in the unit time basis. Q dot minus W dot is equal to M dot into delta H plus delta K plus delta PE. So here delta H is nothing but Cp delta T. Now you have to understand why Cp and two temperatures are given. So far whatever the problems you solved or numericals you solved so far, you are not given the temperature. So in this problem the temperature at inlet and outlet are given just to find out the delta H by using Cp also. So Cp into delta T, so you will get 200 kilojoules per kg. Delta Ke you have to find out because V1 is 0, it is directly V2 square by 2000. Okay, then substitute Q is 0 minus W dot is equal to 15 mass flow rate into delta H plus delta K, delta P is also 0. So you will get W dot is equal to minus 3075 kilowatt. Once again I repeat, you have to get the answer as negative because it is a compressor. So work will be always done on the air compressor. So with that I conclude the lecture series on module 2, and I will come to you back with module 3 after a few days. Okay, thank you.